And there are certain times when the process is going and people are just sitting there with their thumb like this, waiting for the technologies to finish its work. And what happened is that some technical problem happen in the middle, which halt the whole process. And therefore, you don't know where to start or what kind of problems to fix.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the new episode of Workforce 5 Show. We are all working in the show to help our businesses and companies to be a better place for everyone. And we focus typically about productivity. And in this episode, we're going to focus about how we use technology to use the better productivity for the company so that as a company can achieve much more bigger goal. So today with me, we also have a guest, which is Khang Tran, who's been working in technology field for a long period of time. So Khang, and the question is this: what is the biggest inefficiencies or bottleneck in the current workflow that can be addressed with the technology in your mind?
Well, I think that one of the major problems is that in an organization, there is always a tendency that the major different department works differently and they are not together. And sometimes, for example, in a production environment, one department will wait for the other department, depends on what the processes are. So the long wait time because of a certain delay of the production or management or things like that can be a very big bottlenecks for the processes, And one of the major things that I feel that a lot of companies lack is the investment into the people, the training, and the technologies. If you try to implement the whole company-wide technological environment, you cannot invest halfway, right? And that's why there are a lot of emphasis on different processes. But if you implement that only for one particular department, the other department is lag behind, then there's no good for the technology to work together. Okay. The other problem that I feel is that once you create the processes using the current technologies to solve repetitive or regular time-consuming activities, you are so dependent on those technologies. One of the example is that let's say Swiss SBB, they are running right now the month-end process on a regular basis, like at the end of the month. And what happened is during those times, the accounting department rely on other departments to provide information, data, and then transactions to be submitted into the system using SAP, right? And there are certain times when the process is going and people are just sitting there with their thumb like this, waiting for the technologies to finish its work. And what happened is that some technical problem happen in the middle, which halt the whole process. And therefore, you don't know where to start or what kind of problems to fix. So that's one of the drawback there. New tools can create it or help business to improve productivity and people working in the environment would enjoy working with technologies. But then what happened is this, for older generation, people like me, for example, okay, who are not readily exposed or accept technologies, they always say, oh, I hate that. I don't want to involve with that, for example. So there are always a situation where a whole bunch of employees would lag behind when the younger generations tends to be more very quickly adapt to technologies, move ahead with any implementations or any technologies, new processes. Okay, so there are always a conflict between different groups of employees or even the management, for example. Okay, if the management has a very rigid mind that, oh, whatever works before, I don't touch it, or I don't want to change it. Technologies implementations will not be a welcome situations in that matter. So for me, everybody on must be on board. Okay, like you already mentioned in the last previous questions, employees are empowered with the tools and with the knowledge and with the skills. We also need to provide them with the training, the onboard process, for example, so that they can be able to say, wow, this is what I'm gonna be facing with. Okay, and that could be helping the workflow much better in terms of the people, the time, the amount of money that the company is invested into technology, right? And that's how we should look at this from the get-go and try to solve the problem for the whole company, or even for people that been there for a long time, or the newcomers.
Thank you, Ken.
Yeah,
that's a lot of insights. So from my side, I think Khang already covered quite a bit of detail. So the way I see is this. The way we'll be using technology to boost the productivity based on what level of business we're in. So for me, there are total 6 levels of business. The first level is about, and I like to talk about it based on the revenues, because that's what everybody understand, and CFO understand, CEO understand too. So those 6 levels are this: from $0 to $1 million, and then we have a $1 million to $10 million revenue per year, and then $10 million to $100 million revenue a year, and then $100 million to $1 billion revenue a year, and then $1 billion to 100+ billion USD revenue a year, which is on the way. We're looking forward that some company will probably in that phase soon. So when you're looking into those different level of business, there's a key area of factor. Like an example, let's pick up a company who are in the level 1, who are between $0 to $1 million revenue a year. So their key fundamental 4 focus is this one: distribution, expertise, energy, and media. So these are the 4 key areas the companies need to focus to be and sustain between $0 to $1 million revenue a year. So now we can see this one, distribution. So the whole distribution thing can be highly productive by using technologies. So now I don't have to go really far to talk about how distribution can be super productive by using technologies. Just think about Amazon, what they're doing, how they're managing the warehouse, how they distribute the product, how they even sell the product, e-commerce, all technology space, right? So now they're using technologies to build their businesses and then run the people onto different business models by using the technology. The second factor I could talk about, like energy management, right? So this energy management, which I already told, because when $0 to $1 million US, it requires founders to be devoted a lot, because the business success depends a lot as an entrepreneur, the founders. And that's why the energy management of the founder is really important, and which could be better utilized, monitored, tracked, and utilized by using technologies. Media. We all can use media technologies. Now we are in the call. You're watching this video means this is media technologies, which you're probably watching in YouTube or in social media platforms, recorded in online platforms where we are both of us sitting in different part of the world, completely different time zone as well. And we're doing these things because of the media, and it can be used for productive by technology. All right, I just mentioned about stage number 1. Right now, let's talk about another stage, which is about stage 2. So when the stage 2 means a company between 1 million to 10 million US dollar revenue, the number 1 priority is about product. Number 2 is expertise. Number 3 is the technology itself. Number 4 is also media. What is this product development means? So how can we improve a better product by using technologies? So we could use different tools to innovate the product, because to move from 1 million to 10 million US dollar revenue, a company needs more than one superstar product. To move from 0 to 1 million US dollar revenue, company can have one product, one avatar, one channel, and can crush it as long as the product is okay and have a good distribution in place. But now when you're moving from that one, from 1 to 10 million US dollar revenue, that's the point. Company needs to build more products, but different knockoff marketing strategies or innovation strategies as well too. And all those product developments, product tracking can be tracked by using technologies, because we could just write on scrap of the pages and then people will probably leave, because as you know, when your company is small, from 1 to 10 million US dollar, knowledge retention become one of the biggest issue in the company. And when you can use the technology, we can retain the knowledge, we can retain the program development, product development roadmap, and we can track it. And finally, we can create more superstar product and not being depending on only one company. And that is one of the fundamental reasons a lot of companies get stuck at stage 1 and stage 2 and never grow to the next level. So now, number 3. I can see this one, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. Always the second priority is the expertise. So when we looking into all this expertise development, so there are different ways we can build this expertise. So now let's talk about expertise. Inside the expertise, there are some expertise as soft skill, some are hard skill. Some of them are repetitive learning, some of them are one-time learning. So we could use different kind of technologies to sustain knowledge, which I talked about earlier. And then we could also sustain different kind of learning skill programming online platforms as well too. And then providing and reusing over and over time. And one of the great way of doing this one is the onboarding programs. Because every time employee joining in the company, we have to train them. So we could save the time, online program for online program, and then focus on the part where we need the high touch. I'm not saying that 100% program should go online. If it's a hybrid working model, a piece of the program need to be staying offline too, so it has a great high touch as well. It doesn't look like it's just I'm watching the video. So these are the few key takeaway, and these are the efficiencies or bottleneck company can address by using technologies to take the business forward. Because the goal is simple. When a company in stage 1, they need to move to the stage 2. If they're in stage 2, the goal is to move to stage 3. And every stage has different challenges and can be used technologies to make the workforce more productive, so can make great impacts and journey and move to the next stage as fast as possible, as efficiently, as and less painful way.
And you probably wanted to see the whole podcast episodes where we share a lot of strategies. So don't forget to click this video right now so you can see the whole episodes where we share a lot of strategy. Click the video right now and I will see you there. Are you a leader or an HR professional? So for you, this is a great channel. So don't forget to subscribe.